What's up, everybody? Noah Kisser back here from our review of the brand new Hallmark Christmas film, Undercover Holiday. This is all about Jalen Rodriguez. When returning home for the holidays, newly minted pop star Jalen Rodriguez tells her protective family that Matt is her new beau, when in reality, he's her overzealous security guard. So it's basically, hey, this is my boyfriend, when in actuality, it's not really. It's like a holiday engagement. It's like Hitch for the Holidays. It's like other movies like that. Now, have we seen this before? Multiple times. Do we enjoy the storyline as Hallmark fans? Yes, we do. How is this one overall? Well, it's a bit of a mixed bag, because it's not an awful film by any means, but it's definitely not a great film. This is a film that is right in the middle, I think. A good 3.5 out of 5, and I'm going to get into why. But this film didn't have a whole lot of marketing either. I think that Hallmark was only marketing the ones that they really believed in, and you're not getting a whole lot of marketing for films like this. And the ratings do show that, but it's the real Hallmark fans who sit there and are like, okay, when does this come out? When does this come out? This is the date. This is the time. If I don't have time to watch it live, I'm going to DVR it on Friendly or on my cable box. Undercover Holiday is a really, really sweet comedy all about this pop star who has a bodyguard played by Steven Huser, I believe is how his last name is pronounced. And Nomi Gonzalez plays Jalen Rodriguez very, very well. I just think that the singing was a bit unneeded at some points. There's moments where they go from English to Spanish, and I bet you that's probably how some Hispanic families are. They go from English to Spanish, But I don't know any of them personally in my life, so I have nothing to really draw from. But I thought that was a bit unfocused at some points. The chemistry between our two leads is there between Nomi Gonzalez and Steven Huser. There's moments here and there where the security guard is kind of just his security guard job is kind of thrown in there as a bit of a comedy bit. There's a unneeded ex in here who is kind of just thrown away. He's kind of just thrown away for the most part, and he's in scenes where he's necessary. But he was an unneeded character. You could have done something a little bit more interesting with that character besides being an ex. Add another brother, add another sister, add another somebody. Instead, we get an unneeded character who adds almost nothing to this plot that entertained me. But what they do here is there's these letters that keep popping up at her home, at her family's house. And there's a label subplot that is very interesting because she's a pop star who's trying to get her songs listened to. They're not being listened to by the label. But what this film does well is the chemistry and the comedy moments here and there. But it's not an overall great film. I think this is a pretty solid 3.5 out of 5. I'm going to say it's definitely one I expected less from, but I will say that this is a really decent one for what it's giving me. Now, am I going to watch this one again? If it comes in a double feature DVD next year with the film I like, I'll probably pick this one up in a double feature. If it gets a standard DVD, I'll have to think about it. But overall, I'm going to give Undercover Holiday a very high, actually a very low B, very high B minus. So right in that range. How did this do in the ratings? Well, we're going to go over the 4 films that came out this past weekend, and we're going to go over the ratings. So for A Big Fat Family Christmas, we had 1.46. I'll tell you why that did poorly, because you had no marketing for it. Zero marketing. No one knew what this was was about. And I'm not going to bring up any of the race thing, because that's kind of just stupid. The race shouldn't have anything to do with it. It's mostly marketing. It's the marketing department that Hallmark has. They don't push the films that they want to push every single film. Now, when they do, it's normally the fall, the summer, the New Year, new movies, the fall into love films, stuff like that. But with Christmas, it's hard to do that. But what you do is you do it in moderation, because you know that people are going to watch the new one with Tyler Hynes. You know that the people are going to watch the new one with Lacey Chabert. You know that people are going to watch the brand new one with Allison Sweeney and Luke McFarlane and Andrew Walker and Paul Campbell, and everyone is going to watch those. No one is really going to think, hey, let's check out this one about a a family who we know nothing about. We don't know these actors. Let's give them a shot. If you don't push it, if you don't market it, it's not going to do anything for your film. Now, A Big Fat Family Christmas was not a good film, but it did get 1.46, and that's due to marketing, not based on the quality of the film. A Fable the Holiday did well because of the marketing and the two co-stars in it. So our two leads were Brooke Dorsey and Ryan Pavey in a very, very good film. Now, that did 2.39, but we got a bit of a step down, which is a bit of a shock for me because this film did over 2 million. I didn't think this was going to do over 2 million because we don't know these two stars very well on Hallmark Channel. If you're in the romance verse, we know them, we love them, and we really enjoy Steven Hooser for what we've seen him in if you've seen his films. I haven't seen a whole ton of them. I enjoyed him as a nice little lead in here. This one did 2.06. And overall, I'm going to say that I'm very surprised with the Holiday Stocking Miracles of Christmas Hallmark Mahogany rating with 0.64. I was expecting lower because of the past films, but I should have expected a little bit higher because this is a Christmas film. It did get a bit more marketing, and the marketing wasn't as boom like our film Mahogany. Now, this is a film that I think is really good. If you want to see my review for that one, check it out. I cannot wait to see if this gets a DVD release. I'm hoping it will, because I will definitely be picking this one up next year if it does get one. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more films. We have the most colorful time of the year, Christmas Class Reunion, and the holidays that are coming out this weekend on Hallmark Channel. And we also have The Gift of Peace, the new Hallmark Dayspring film. And then the week after that, next week, we have a Holiday Heritage, Twas the Night Before Christmas, Hanukkah on Rye, and then we finish off Hallmark Christmas season with 5 more moments like these. I cannot wait to review all 8 of these for you guys. I'm not going to be as late on these guys, but stay tuned because I got a lot more coming away, and I will see you guys next time.